Next topic is subgroups. This is the last topic here. So, what is a subgroup definition? A non-empty subset H of a group G under the binary operation star is called subgroup of G if H under the same binary operation is itself a group. Let's say you have a set, okay? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, total 9 points. And there is one identity. Okay, then there are 8 points, so all has inverse. Let's say this is inverse of this, this is inverse of this, this is inverse of this, so on. Okay, so we have all points as inverse. Then what is a subgroup? I'll take some combination of this, small combination. So binary operation will be same. If you have multiplication, the same multiplication works here. For this whole thing, if group axiom is working, and there is a group, and this one is subset of this, right? This group, even this, in this set, all this axioms are working, then it is called the subgroup. I'll say once again, you have a group which satisfies all the conditions of axioms of group. Then you have a subset of this. Okay, if this subset also satisfies all the axioms of group, then it is a subgroup. Then if you just think, then it's all subsets or subgroup. If you think in that way, that is not true. For example, identity element E is outside of this subset. Then this cannot be a subgroup, because for a subgroup with same binary operation, you need identity inside. If you take a collection of elements of this big set without the identity, then it cannot be a subgroup of that, right? So example, for any group G is a subgroup of G. The whole set is subgroup of itself. Similarly, a trivial group which contains only identity element is also subgroup of G. It is a subset of this whole thing G which contains only identity element, then even that is a subgroup of G. You have to understand the difference between subset and subgroup properly, then the whole thing is easier. Thus every group G has surely two subgroups, namely G and E. So the least subgroups of a group is the least number of subgroups of a group is 2, that is G and E. The questions will be in some exams they'll ask, what are the least number of subgroup of a group? That is 2. These subgroups are called trivial or improper subgroups. A subgroup other than this improper subgroup is called proper subgroup. So there is one more example, the additive group of even integers. So what is the binary operation? Addition of even integers like 2, 4, 6, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, all this is additive group of all, is a subgroup of additive group of all integers. That is true because even 0 is there, and inverse of 2, that is minus 2, that is also there. So it is a group, and integer also a group, we know already that. So it is true. Every subset of H of a group G need not be a subgroup of G. That's what I did here. If identity element is not there, then it cannot be a subgroup. So we'll go for a problem now, or example. Prove that prove that H, which contains 0, 2, 4, is a subgroup of G, which contains 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 under addition modulo 6. So what did they say in the beginning? They said that this is a we have to show this is a subgroup, okay, and they already said that this is a group. They already told us that this is a group, so we don't need to show this as a group. We have to just show this is a subgroup. To show that it's a subgroup, we need 2 points. One, this should be a subset of this. Is that true? Yes. Is 0 is there? Yeah, 0 is here. 2, yeah, 2 is there. 4, 4 is also there. So it's a subset, proper subset. Okay, is a proper subset of this whole set G. H is a proper subset of G. The next one, we have to show this H is a group, or this H satisfies the conditions of group. So what we'll do, we'll just have a composite table. So I took 0 to 4, 0 to 4, and we'll use addition modulo. 0 plus 0 modulo 6 is 0, 0 plus 2, 2, 0 plus 4, 4, 2 plus 0, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 2 plus 4, that is 6, modulo 6 is there, so 0 came, 4 plus 0, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, but 6 modulo is there, so 0, 4 plus 4, 8, 6 modulo, so 8 minus 6, you get 2. Okay. The first thing is we have to check closure law. Just check the composition table. All elements are there, which are all elements which are there in this composition table are there in H, so it is closed. So closure law is satisfied. Next is associative law. Just check 3 elements. 0 0 addition modulo 6, 2 addition modulo 6, 4, 4. So we are just checking what is the value. So 2 plus 4 is 6, modulo 6 is 0, so 0 plus 0 will be 0. So we just took 0 and 2 first, and this is how associative law works, right? So we'll get 0 only. So generally this is true for all elements. So associative law is satisfied. Then all the elements of H are elements of G. Associative law is satisfied in G, hence associative law is satisfied in H. Next is existing of identity. Identity exists and is equal to 0. We're just checking which is the identity. If you see the first row along 0, or what is identity, you have to just check where there is a line of same as this, that is here, so 0 is the identity. Okay. So identity exists. We can just check what is identity. A plus modulo 6, 0 is 0, plus modulo 6 A is A. So for all A belongs to H, 0 is the identity. Next is existing of inverse. So even from composition table you can just check for where you got identity elements. So this is identity, this is identity, this is identity. So 0 is inverse of 0, okay, 2 is inverse of 4, and 4 is inverse of 2, okay, 4 is inverse of 2. Because we know that A star A inverse is equal to identity, right? That's what we used here. We took identity and we have just checked what is the inverse of that element. So inverse exists here. Existing of, therefore every element of the inverse, therefore H is group, since H is subset of H group. Okay. So the easy way is not this. We have to first check to tell it is a subgroup. We have to just first check is the identity element exist. The identity element of this group G is 0, right? Is there 0 existence of this subgroup? That is the first condition we have to check. Then we have to check is the inverse exist. In this group, if 4 is the inverse of 2, is these two together exist here? Then it is a subgroup. No other, all these things are required. The next example, prove that H is equal to 1 to 4 is a subgroup of group G, the same group, under multiplication modulo 7. There it was addition modulo 6, but here multiplication modulo 7. So we'll make a combination table, take 1 to 4, because we are asked to show H is a subgroup. G is already said it as a group, so H is a subgroup, and 1 to 4 here also. Now multiply 1 and 1, combination addition modulo 7, that is 1 only, 2 4 they are same, and when you take 4 into 2 8 modulo 7 you get 1. Okay, 4 into 2, that is 8 modulo 7 1, 4 into 4 16, 7 into 2 is 14, so 2 is remaining. We got combination table. If you see, all these elements are there which are there in this H only, so it is closed. And now associative law, 1 to 4 belongs to H, 1 to 4 belongs to G. Also, since H is subset of G, associative law is satisfied in G, right? When you show subgroup, you don't need to show associativity, because the associative law which is there in the group, which will be taken to subgroup also. We have to just show these two. Okay. So identity law, existing of identity law, so you can just see which is common here. This is common, or this is common. So one is identity here, it's obvious. Okay, so A multiplication modulo 7 1, and 1 multiplication modulo 7, or A is equal to A, so 1 is the identity. Now existing of inverse, so from combination table I can just check where is identity. So these are the identities, 1 1 1. So for the first, 1 is inverse of 1, then 4 is inverse of 2, 4 is inverse of 2, and 2 is inverse of 4. So inverse exists. Okay. So therefore H is a group, but H is a subset of G. So therefore H is called subgroup of G. So next one is necessary and sufficient condition of a subgroup. That is, which are the simplest way to tell a group is a subset is a subgroup. A non-empty subset H of a group G is a subgroup of G if and only if these two conditions satisfy. So first, which condition? For every A comma B belongs to H, there are 2 points we have taken from subset H. A star B belongs to H, that is closure law. Okay, the first one is it should be closed. If you take 2, it's binary operation, that should belongs to the same subset H. What is the next condition? If A belongs to H, its inverse also should belongs to H, right? If element A belongs to H, its inverse also belongs to A inverse of H. So we'll prove necessary condition first. Data, H is a subgroup of G. That's what given. Necessary condition means the first thing we'll take H is a subgroup of G, and then we'll prove these two conditions. The first condition, second condition. Then sufficient condition means first we'll take these two conditions and we'll prove it is a subgroup. H is a subgroup. If you show these two, then it is all right. It's like whenever you have these two conditions, we can directly say it is a subgroup, or when we have subgroup, we can directly say these two conditions are true. So first is necessary condition. So what is it? The given data is H is a subgroup of G. So H is a subgroup of G. It's obvious that if you take any 2 points, that is also belongs to H, right? We just proved here in one example. then for all A belongs to H, that implies A inverse belongs to H, because H itself, if H is a subgroup of G, H itself a group. For a group, it is always true if you take any 2 points, its binary operation also belongs to that group. And for a group, if you have A belongs to H, a element belongs to that group, then its inverse also has to belongs to that group, right? So necessary condition is true. Okay. Yeah, that's what they have written. Proof by data H is a subgroup of G, so H comma star itself a group, therefore closure and inverse axioms are satisfied in H. So consequently condition 1 and 2 are satisfied. The next one is sufficient condition. So what is the data given for sufficient condition? H is subset of G. To prove sufficient condition, the data will be H is subset of G, that is common for all. For all A comma B belongs to H, that implies AB belongs to H, and for all A belongs to H is a subgroup. Okay. Okay, these two conditions are given here. If you have the subgroup, then these two conditions will be true, we are going to prove. But here they have already data itself is these two conditions, then we'll prove that H is a subgroup of G. TPT means to prove that. Okay, so what is the proof? By data, closure and inverse axioms are satisfied. So the first condition is closure and second condition inverse. To show that it is a group, we need two more conditions. One is associative condition and one more is identity condition, right? So by data, closure and inverse axioms are satisfied, it is enough to prove associative law and existing of identity. In the given condition 1, replace A inverse by B by A inverse. So what if B is replaced by A inverse? You will get E, and A into A inverse belongs to H, so E belongs to H. So identity exists. So A, B comes B. That we are going to prove second condition. If A comma B comma C belongs to H, then A comma B comma C belongs to G also. H is subset of G. So associative law is true for G. So it's same thing, it comes to H itself. H is also, because all the points which are there in H are points of G, and where G associative is true, so it is true here also.